No, my dear brothers and sisters, you don't go and bash the fellow on the head. You don't strangle him. You don't put a knife through him. But talk to him. And it's so easy to talk to the English-speaking people. So easy, unbelievably easy. We are foreigners. He can see it in your faces. You can never become an Englishman. You, Bengali will be Bengali, and you, Hindi will be Hindi. And you, Mauritian will be Mauritian. You can never be a white man. You'll never be. No matter how you speak, you sound like a white man, but once they see you, they say, I know where you come from. Your origin, I know. You can't bluff him. But so use that. That weakness of ours is a strength. Every white man you meet, the Christian, who says this, that Jesus is the only begotten Son. Talk to him. He says, sir, will you please explain to me? I don't understand English. Tell me, when you say begotten, not made, what are you trying to emphasize? Can you ask a question like that? Simple. When you say begotten, not made, what are you really trying to tell me? That's all. Please explain. I don't understand your language. And believe me, no Englishman born can open his mouth. You have delivered the message. You don't have to shout at him. You don't have to strangle him. You say, you're swearing by Allah. No. Talk to him. Udu ila sabili rabbika bil hikmati. Invite all to the ways of the Lord with wisdom. Wal maw'izatil hasanatin, with beautiful preaching. Wajadilhum billati ahsan. So I've been asking this question to Britishers. Nobody opens his mouth. And the Americans. And one American had the guts. It was on an occasion I was guiding him around the mosque on a mosque tour. And somehow we came across this topic. So I'm asking him that when you say begotten, not made, what are you trying to emphasize? What does it mean? So he said, it means sired by God. So what? He said, no, I didn't say that. I'm only telling you that what it means sired by God. Exactly. That's why Allah revolts, angered, abhors. And the way to rectify, talk. So get some of these little books of mine. So for 23 years, this word, Father, never in this book. It's a good word, but it has other connotations. He is the Father of Jesus Christ. He begot Mary. Through Mary, he begot his Son. Because begetting is an animal act. It belongs to the lower animal functions of sex. Are you attributing such a quality to God? He says, no. Then why are you saying it? Words, if they have any meaning, in every language they have meaning. What does it mean? I'd like to give you a crude example. One of you young men here, you, my son, you stand up right at the end. You, yes, you were the Qari. MashaAllah, stand up. He was the Qari, MashaAllah. My son, if I were to call you my son, you mind it? No, he doesn't mind. You think your father or mother would mind it? No. See, it's out of love and feeling. He's like a son to me. He thinks I'm like an uncle, grandfather. Okay. I call him a son. He calls me Chacha, Dada, Nana. Okay. But if I take you for a visit to his house, maybe I know him more intimately than you think, and I take you and say, look, there's a friend of mine living here, and we'll have tea there. And we go to his house. And I'm asking, where is Yusuf, my son? That's his name, for example. Yusuf, my son. So his ma tells me, look, he's just gone to the shop, he'll come back just now. I said, right, okay. And Yusuf comes, and I embrace him, my son. My companion, who doesn't know our relationship, is asking me, is he really your son? I says, no. You see, this young man loves me like a father, like a grandfather. I call him a son, and he calls me Nana, Dada. Okay. But instead, if I said, yes, he is my begotten son, sit down. The meaning changes. The meaning changes. He is my begotten son. You know what I'm saying? In the ordinary street language, you know what I'm saying? That is a bastard. I'm swearing him in a beautiful way. He is my begotten son. I say, he is my only begotten son. Worse. I'm swearing he's a bastard, he's a bastard of the highest order, but I say, he is my only begotten child. And if he catches the joke, he says, "Uncle, what did you say?" I said, "No, I don't mean that." But I'm still telling, doesn't he look like my Yusuf at home? What am I saying? What am I saying? Astaghfirullah. So, my dear brothers and sisters, Mr. Chairman, I feel like keeping you here much longer, but I don't think I would. I would rather give you a chance to ask questions. Things that you might want to know further about the Quran, or how you handle different problems when you are confronted with the unbeliever who's arguing and debating with you. I said, you did your best, but you were not satisfied with your best. How would Uncle Deedat do such and thing? How would he answer it? Maybe I might have a better way, or maybe I'll learn from you. So with these words, I say, Mr. Chairman, and my dear brothers and sisters, Jazakallahu fi darain.
Thank you, Mr. Deedat. I see that once again tonight we have a full house. I estimate an audience of some 2,000, and 1,000 people invariably have 1 million questions. So I anticipate approximately 2 million questions tonight, to control which I have invited a very stern disciplinarian, Mr. Ibrahim Lokat, who will explain to you the format of the question and answer session.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you don't take the cue from the chairman and actually believe that I am a stern disciplinarian, excuse me for that, but I'll be firm and fair. Before I go into the format, I just want to thank once again the Leighton Society and the IPCI London for inviting Sheikh Ahmed Deedat and myself from South Africa to come and talk to you here this evening. It really is wonderful to see our brethren, because we are very close in South Africa to the Mauritian community. We go there for holidays, they come to us for holidays, they marry our sisters sometime. So we are very close to the Mauritian, and it's good to see that the little dot in the Indian Ocean island is starting to make a comma here in England, alhamdulillah. As far as the format that goes for the question time tonight, I want to draw your attention to the following points. We are going to handle it in this manner. I am going to ask, after I've explained the format, for all the people desirous of posing a question to the speaker to form a queue here in the front. It's very difficult to look at the show of hands, so we will ask you to form a queue at the front. Not now, when I have finished explaining the format to you. Secondly, I would draw your attention to the fact that the questions must be confined to the subject of the lecture delivered tonight. I think it is only fair with an audience of this size, as the chairman pointed out. We could be here all night if we have an open agenda, so kindly confine your questions to the topic of the lecture. Thirdly, I would like to point out that I will disqualify statements. It's question time, not statements time. I'm aware that there are some of us that will try and sneak a statement in the guise of a question. Well, good luck if you get past me, but I will disqualify it because it is question time. I must also tell you that I will allow one question per questioner. If you have more than one question, it'll only be fair if I ask you to go again to the back of the queue. So it's one question at a time, please. As far as the questions are concerned, if you would give your question to me, I would like to repeat it for the audience, because they may not be able to hear you. Then Sheikh Deedat will answer the question. So all questions will be put through me, please. Finally, it is a reality that not everybody will be able to get their questions answered with the sheer numbers. And it's also a reality that not every question will elicit the answer that you may hope, because you only need two people to have a difference of opinion. It only needs two people. People have different perceptions. It reminds me of a story where two people